If there are any issues that we can't resolve, we'll have to put them off till the end of the meeting when we'll have 3 people at that point. For right now, though, we will begin with the agenda. The following matters will come before the Revere License Commission today. This is our regularly scheduled meeting, and the meeting has been previously filed with the city clerk. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of August 20th, 2025.
I can make a motion to approve.
Very good. I will second. Your name and address for the record, please, sir.
Hi, I'm John Flynn, Vice President of Dean and Flynn, Inc., doing business as Fiesta Shows out of Seabrook, New Hampshire.
Thank you very much, Mr. Flynn. Can you tell us what you'd like to do with this license?
We have a week-long carnival. I know it's probably been 4 or 5 years since we've had an event in Revere, but traditionally we did them for over 30 years over at Showcase Cinema. This is a lot smaller event. I'd say more children rides than adult rides, but we've got a location and hope to have it there.
Very good. Do you have any questions for Mr. Flynn?
So I see a letter from BDS Discount LLC giving you permission.
Correct. Actually, the owner of the property is here today,
Okay.
too, if you
Do
need it.
we have an updated letter with the new dates?
I believe that was submitted. Yes, it
Okay.
was emailed over to Maggie.
Okay, perfect.
And if I could, if it is approved today, obviously our next step is to do the building department for electrical inspections, health department, get together with police and fire for details, and the state to come out to inspect the amusement devices.
Very good. Thank you very much, sir. We have, we'll close this section of the hearing. Are there any proponents? Is there anybody that would like to speak on behalf of the issuing of this license? I don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Is there anybody opposed? Yes, step up to the microphone, please, Counselor.
Good afternoon, everyone. Anthony Cogliandro, 105 Newman Street, Revere, Ward 3 City Councilor. I have a lot of concerns about this, as do many of the residents in the area. We're looking at putting a carnival in the middle of one of the busiest areas of our city. It's already a traffic nightmare over there. I'm not really sure how they're going to fit a carnival on that piece of property. So I do want to also hear about your security plan. I want to hear about the number of details you're required to have. I also have questions about that site. After the fire, there was a big sign that said there was asbestos there, and yet to hear if that's been cleaned up or not. So we do have some issues down there. As of right now, I'm against them hosting this there. I'm not against Fiesta Shows in any way. They've been in our city for many years. Yes, thank you. Yes. They've been in our city for a long time. I know that they don't advocate for this. I've spoken on their behalf prior when they had security issues at their events and people didn't want them to come back. I spoke in favor of them. It's not that I'm not in favor of the carnival itself. I'm not in favor of this location. I think it's geographically probably one of the worst spots they could have picked. So I'd let you know, if you could answer some of those questions, sir, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Counselor. Before we
Thank you,
begin, is there
Counselor.
anybody else that's opposed? Yes, Chief.
Hi, James Cullen, Revere Fire Chief. I am opposed to this location, and this, as the council spoke, I'm also not opposed to the management of Fiesta Shows. They've been around a long time, and we certainly have nothing against them. But I just have concern with safety in that area. The traffic concerns would jam up that Squire Road is our gateway to the north of the city, and also our apparatus responding out of North Revere coming south will be a concern. And also the parking in that area would be, they would be parking a lot of cars in the neighborhood. And I'm fearful of people getting hit by cars crossing at the location, for public safety concerns. Well, with that said, I believe the police, I spoke to the police chief, and I don't want to speak for them, but we did discuss this and felt that it was not a good location, but I'll let them speak on that.
Thank you very much, Chief.
Also, my code enforcement deputy is here. If he, I think he has a few concerns also.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Deputy, how are you today?
Good afternoon. Deputy Chief Paul Cheever. I reviewed their emergency plan. This is something we started a few years ago to require them to put together an emergency plan for how the event was run after we had some issues at the old location. The emergency plan in the past was probably about 16 pages with some great details. This is 4 pages, and it's basically excerpts from that other professionally done plan. And as you can see, this is the event layout. It's approximately 1.5 acres of land, which is the white area. We have blue boxes and squares. I have no idea what this represents. He shows 1 gate. He's required to at least have 2. We require 3 emergency gates in the past. There's no other gate shown on this diagram. He's using DB Discounts property, which was formerly Sozio's. There is a retail space that's run out of this building and a import-export business that's run out of the back to go to his other locations. If you look at the location right now, there are multiple trucks in that parking lot that are taking materials in and out of that warehouse in the back. He's using their parking as well as their areas for the run this business. So there has to be, so is the business shutting down during this week? How are these two going to work together? So I'm very concerned about the details of this emergency plan. And as the council indicated, this is a 21E site. After the fire, everything on this property went off as what's called hot because of the land, the building had asbestos in it. So when that material leaves the site, it leaves the site as hot and it's contaminated materials. So now there hasn't been a 21E done on this site to clarify whether there's still some contamination in the soil. The foundation is still there from the old building. There are some little walls that stick up out of that foundation, so it's not really travelable across the site without some work being done. It does change the grade into the back, so there's a lot of questions that still need to be answered before this site would be used. And my main concern is emergency egress, a secondary egress. Where's that going? Squire Road, Ward Street? There's nothing on this plan that addresses that. So I think the emergency plan has a lot to be desired before we would even consider such an event, never mind the other issues that have been brought up by the chief. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deputy. Is there someone else who would like to speak? Good afternoon, Captain.
Good afternoon, Captain Thomas Malone, Revere Police Department. I'm here on behalf of Chief Levita and representing the Revere Police Department. We've also had a chance to review the proposal submitted, and I'm echoing my counterparts with the fire department. The police department's against this location, not Fiesta Shows. We've always had a good relationship with Fiesta Shows. However, this location is not like the locations we've had previously. When we had this location at the old Showcase Cinema, that was a standalone parking lot. Everything was contained and confined into that one area. And we required 4 detail officers on the nights and 2 during the day. Currently, at this location, we would need probably an equivalent amount of officers, but now we have to take into account the traffic in that area. This wasn't Squire Road, the further end of Squire Road where the Showcase was, where it was easy to get cars in and out. They had the exit and it was contained. Here, we have to deal with Brown Circle, which on a good day is poorly lit. There's inadequate lighting. It's a heavily traversed rotary. Beside any of the businesses, frequent accidents occur there. Now we're taking into the fact that with the old location for the festival, the carnival, was more business in a business area. This is business, but it's completely surrounded by residents. We're going to end up seeing people, because of the, we believe, inadequate parking in that location, people are going to be parking on the opposite side of Squire Road where the residences are, and then trying to play Frogger across the street, because there's no crosswalks in that vicinity. So we have to deal with that. Then you're going to have the parking, people are going to start parking on Ward Street, and that's a congested area. As far as we know, there is none of the businesses are allowing Fiesta Shows other than the Sozio parking lot. not Wendy's, not Dunkin' Donuts, not BJ's, from what we understand, that's allowing for parking. On top of that, we have a strike that's right now operating almost 18 hours a day, a little further up the road on Charger Street. We have offices there, and it's been causing traffic and gridlock in that area because of what's going on. On top of that, we're dealing with 2 other major construction projects in the city right now where our offices are directed to. I don't know if the Revere Police Department would be able to staff the security that would be needed for this location when you have to entail and bring into the fact that we have to deal with now the traffic. We're going to have multiple offices, and the security plan, like the fire department officials had just said, is inadequate at this point. If they wanted to come back with a different location or something, we'd be more than happy to, but this is a bad location, and the police department's against this location. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Captain. Do you have any questions, or? Well, sir, you've heard the public safety officials and the city councilor. What's your plan to address their concerns?
Well, we can redo the safety plan. On that, we just showed the main entrance, but there are two other egresses off that. They weren't clearly depicted in that plan, but obviously, as necessary, main entrance, and there's 2 auxiliary ways for people to get out of there. The business that operates on the side of the store is closed down. They won't be operating that at all while we're there. Also, the extent of the event isn't what we used to do over at the Showcase Cinema. This is the smaller, more geared towards kids, smaller event. We have our own private security that will be on the gates. Everybody coming into the event will be checked. Their bags will be checked. They'll go through a metal detector. And we'll have that one entrance in that the police always seem to like. And in terms of police support, we would go ahead, whatever they dictate is what we would have. We have parking on the side of the store, which I believe accommodates about 85 cars. And traditionally, we have about a 1-hour turnaround when people come in. It's not going to be that big of an event. So I figured, about an hour, and they would turn around and leave.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. Do you have any questions?
So from what I could hear, Fiesta Shows does have a good reputation. I'm just having a problem with the location, with traffic, construction, strikes, 21E. Basically, public safety at this point.
Well, I'm of the same mindset. I believe that the public safety officials have pretty much laid it out. You've addressed some of the concerns. However, there are still some pretty big questions that need to be answered about site safety, the cleanliness of the site, whether or not it's even able to house this kind of an event, particularly with children. So, I mean, I'd be inclined not to vote for this. But like I said, I'm just one vote, and so I would make a motion that we not approve this.
Could we table this then to give us an opportunity to redo the plan on it, then resubmit it?
Sure, okay, we
Would that
can
make
do
sense?
that.
Do that.
Okay, we'll do that. We will table this and give you an opportunity to come back. And if you can address, you've heard the concerns.
Yeah,
Personally, I think that site is gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Just
I wasn't
from
aware
where
of
it
any
is. I mean,
contamination on the property.
As the captain said, that area, Brown Circle, is very difficult. I mean, just on a good day, you can hear people beeping and cursing and slamming on their brakes. So now we're gonna throw in a group of people that are gonna be crossing the road, looking to turn in, gawking at the lights and everything. I just see it as being not a good location. So, please take that into account when you think about resubmitting.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Item number 2, Michelle Vanthe Nguyen, DBA Bruin Cafe, 311 Broadway. Michelle Nguyen is the manager. This is an application for a common victualer's license to be exercised at 311 Broadway. The requested seating is 16. The requested hours of operation are Sunday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Hello, name and address for the record, please.
Yes, my name is Michelle Nguyen. I'm 56 years old. I'm owner of the 311 Broadway Broom Cafe and Boba. And I open 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Very good. And what would you want to do with this common victuals license? What will you be doing there?
We serving the coffee and breakfast, and lunch is Vietnamese sandwich, cold sup.
Same, pretty much the same as what's being done there now?
It's everything is the same.
Okay.
And
Thank-
I'm trying to, no, I'm doing is fast food every day, fast coffee every day. I just been there 1 month, and I'm very happy for this area. And especially a lot of people from City Hall. And they come, I'm so happy for that.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. Do you have any questions?
Are you keeping the same seating amount, 16?
Yes.
All right, well, very good. We have heard from you. We'll close this part of the hearing. Are there any proponents? Anybody else that would like to speak on behalf of this license? I don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Is there anybody opposed? Anybody opposed to the issuing of this license? I don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Would you like to discuss this further, or would you like to make a motion?
I can make a motion to approve.
Very good. I will second that motion. The application for a common victualer's license for Michelle Vanchi Nguyen, DBA Bruin Cafe, 311 Broadway, is approved. The license will be exercised at 311 Broadway. The requested seating is 16. The hours of operation will be Sunday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Thank you very much, ma'am. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Item number 3, City of Revere, the Yard at Suffolk Downs. Rose Burns is the events manager. This is an application for a one-day malt wine, common victular, and entertainment license. The application of the City of Revere for the one-day license will be exercised at the Yard at Suffolk Downs on Saturday, October 4th, from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. The event is the annual Fall Festival.
Twisted Fate, which is the brewery in the Amaya apartment building. And Twisted Fate will be responsible for IDing customers and providing wristbands. Yes, so this is the same festival we did at City Hall last year. We've just moved it to the Suffolk Downs location this year.
Is it usually like this amount of people coming, 2,500?
Yeah, so this is the first year we're doing at this location, so we're hoping that we have a little more space, more vendors, more opportunity for more people to be present. So this is kind of going to be a trial run. We're not exactly sure how it's going to go this year, but we're hoping it's going to be great. We've put a lot of work into it, and yeah, I think we're very prepared for a good event.
Well, great, thank you very much. We'll close this part of the hearing. Is there anybody would like to speak on behalf of the issuing this license? Any proponents? We don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Anybody opposed? Anybody opposed to the issuing of the license? Don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Would you like to make a motion, or would you like to discuss this further?
I can make a motion to approve.
Very good. I will second that motion. The application for the City of Revere for a one-day common victular and entertainment license. No, I'm sorry. That is a one-day malt, wine, common victular and entertainment license to be exercised at the yard at Suffolk Downs for Saturday, October 4th, 2025, from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. is approved. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Item number 4, Todd R. Angeli, 649 Squire Road. Todd R. Angeli is the event manager. This is an application for a one-day common victular and entertainment license. The applicant for a one-day license to be exercised in the parking lot at 649 Squire Road on Saturday, October 18th, 2025, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The event is activities surrounding a motorcycle ride for fundraiser. The expected attendance is 400. Your name and address for the record, please, sir?
Talk. All right. And it's Todd Angeli, Linfield, Massachusetts.
Very. Can you explain briefly what you'd like to do with this license?
Absolutely. We'd like to hold a motorcycle run, which will take place at Boston Harley in Revere, at that location. The hours of 9 a.m. to 3 o'clock would include 9 o'clock registration, the commencement of the ride, and then the return of the riders to that same location, in which there will be some entertainment, various community organizations spread throughout the parking lot. And at 3 o'clock, the event would end immediately. There will be, when I say several, 2 to 3 food trucks, which have been directed by myself to check in and register with the Board of Health in Revere. There will be no alcohol sold. This is being billed as a family-friendly event. And the entertainment would be a DJ with minimal sound, just to fill the parking lot. And that would go on from 9 till about the time the ride leaves, which would be right around 11 o'clock. And then a band, we're calling it a band, but it's gonna be a trio. So nothing, big like a monstrosity of rock and roll or whatever. And then, like I said, various celebrities, organizations focused on community involvement and such. And I think I might have covered everything, I hope.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sure.
We'll close this part of the hearing. Do you have any questions before we close this part?
Have you done these type of events before?
Personally, I've never organized one. I've been part of them on both the planning part of it and participation. So I'm running off of that experience, but I'm also utilizing the experience of Boston Harley and some other people that have held rides there before. Going on their reputation of, it seems to me that the events held at Boston Harley have been highly successful, and if I remember correctly, there haven't been any incidents. And that's basically what I'm gauging. The attendance I'm gauging on pre-registration, but normally motorcycle riders do not exercise technology and pre-register. They show up and register, but so this I'm gauging on the amount of riders that have showed up to rides that I've been a part of in the past, which have been anywhere between 100 and 200 or so. And the only reason I exceeded that amount was the number of people that we would like to expect that wouldn't be riders that would take advantage of utilizing and meeting these various community organizations being Saugus Lions, the American Legion, the Kennick Foundation, Step Up for Colleen, so on and so forth. And then the 4 I know you have all this in front of you, but the 4 foundations where all the money is going to, we're simply paying for the ride insurance and actually the bands and the band and food trucks have told us that they'll donate their time, that will not require fees from us. So the money is all going to go to the 4 organizations, that being the Thomas Smith Foundation, the Navy SEAL Foundation, the Ray Bork Foundation, and the Professional Firefighters of Massachusetts Foundation.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
We'll close this part of the hearing. Are there any proponents? Is there anybody that would like to speak on behalf of the issuing of this license? Don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Anybody opposed?
Absolutely. Hello.
In the past, the rides, there's always been issues,
We can share a mic over here if you'd like.
Hi, that's
All right,
better.
there we go.
Okay. Just a few questions.
Sure.
We've done rides with you guys before. Typically, we end up blocking off streets.
Yes.
First of all, what is the route of the ride?
So the route, I have it in, I'm going to say unprofessional form. It's here,
That's
it's
fine.
legible. I didn't provide the route just because I forget his title, but Officer Matt Cunningham with the Everett PD, who has designed these rides before, has designed this, and I've been in contact with Sergeant Fantasia from Revere. I actually drove
He
the
did
route
mention it to
yesterday.
me, actually,
Yeah, I did drive the route yesterday. But I probably should let you finish your question.
Well,
Sorry.
I mean, as far as the route goes, I mean, I guess that's not the biggest question. We just
Sure.
need, I mean, it's probably gonna start in Everett
It's going to start at the dealership,
and go out from the dealership.
go out from the dealership,
Okay.
Revere to Saugus,
Yeah.
Lynn, Saugus again, quickly Linfield, Wakefield, Melrose, Malden,
And then it comes
and then
back?
come back.
Okay, all right, so
Basically,
it's just a
big
matter of
circle.
the intersections and stuff, like, we can work that out with the sector cars, but the actual event itself,
Yeah,
because if you're looking at 400 bikes, they're gonna be coming from all over. We got a bus route right on Wesley Street. Typically, what we've done is we've actually blocked off Wesley Street on both sides with cruises, rerouted the buses, et cetera, and it's a lot of pedestrian, a lot of vehicular traffic.
right.
So that's my biggest concern. I know you said there's no alcohol, and the food trucks will probably be inside the lot itself.
Correct.
So that's good. It's just getting the bikes in and out and in
Right.
and out.
So I don't, I'm not sure if I stepped over you there when I responded. I don't expect 400, I would love to have 400 riders. I'm not expecting 400
I'm
riders.
just going by what it said.
Yeah, no, I know. And
Okay.
my first time being, given the responsibility of doing this. So like I said, the last ride I was a part of was just this past Sunday, and it was just short of 200. So I'm gauging around there. I was going for total number of people that would be at the facility, at the location. But even so, I made it very clear to, I know that Officer Cunningham has nothing to do with Revere, but to Sergeant Fantasia, and then on the Zoom call previously, that I'll take my lead from Revere as far as hiring details, whatever that is. I've also tried to be proactive, reached out to the owners of both the club across the street and the Stop and Shop, just to verbally let them know, we're going to be having this event. In the past, Harley has told me that they've allowed people to park in their locations. I wanted to just, reassure them and thank them for that. And then we're hoping that individuals will exercise that route from those parking lots to the crosswalk. And then even though it will still provide extra, people and all that, at least they'll be using the crosswalk and all that. But I
Right.
understand the concern. I absolutely understand the
Yeah,
concern.
and like I said, we've had several of those
Yeah.
events there, so we kind of have it like down pat.
Right.
I mean, so you're probably looking at least 3 cops, maybe 4.
Yeah,
you know,
and I'm fine
It
with.
works out pretty good.
And actually, to be quite honest with you, big part of this is addressing the public safety officials and all that and supporting them. So in my mind, the more of those people we can get at this event, then it just helps promote what we're trying to do. But like I said, and also I've been very vociferous with both Sergeant Fantasia. I learned that word in junior high. I try to use it every so often.
It's a good word, I like
Yeah,
it.
you know what I mean? And I keep saying, listen, I have no problem reaching out to not only in Revere, but the other communities that we're going to pass through, and I've been assured that they will do that. But Nemlec and all of that, I know has been, and I'm exceeding also, instead of having just one tow truck follow, I'm looking to have 3 to 4. Also, Cataldo with ambulance services, I want to be super proactive and precautionary in this event, because I would like to make this an annual event.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
All righty.
I appreciate you. Thanks.
Thank you very much. We'll close this part of the hearing. Are there any proponents? Anybody else that would like to speak on behalf of the issuing of this license? I don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Any opponents? Is there anybody opposed? Hearing and seeing none, we'll close that section. Would you like to make a motion, or would you like to discuss it?
I can make a motion to approve.
Very good. I will second that motion. The application for a one-day common victular entertainment license to be exercised by Todd Angeli on Saturday, October 18, 2025, at 649 Squire Road, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. is approved. Thank you very much. Are
Thank you all.
you going to be working with the Bruins again this year?
Absolutely.
Well, good.
I was going to offer to help open up the
Yeah,
festivities
I was
today.
going to
but-
ask, are you going to be
Yeah.
singing at this thing, or?
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Item number 5, Colwyn Management, Inc., DBA Staybridge Suites, Holiday Inn Express, Revere, 245 Revere Beach Parkway. Desiree Luliano is the manager. This is an application for a change of manager from Cynthia Basic to Desiree Luliano. Your name and address for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Commissioners, Mr. Chair. Kevin Butler from McDermott, Quilty, Miller and Hanley, 28 State Street, Boston, Mass. And I'm joined today by Desiree Giuliano, the proposed manager of record.
Thank you very much.
Ms. Giuliano has been in the industry for over 2 decades and has been previously vetted by the ABCC, having served as a manager of record at the Holiday Inn Express in Cambridge without incident or violation. She's a U.S. citizen, is experienced in the food and beverage industry, and is familiar with the laws of the Commonwealth, the rules of the ABCC, and this commission for the sale and service of alcohol. Thank you for hearing this application today, and we're happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much. Will you be changing anything at the hotel or just the manager?
Yep, just the manager. There'll be no change in the operation of the license.
Thank you very much. Do you have any questions?
Questions for me?
I know you just got here, or you, I know you probably
I'm gonna sit
reviewed
this
this
one out.
material.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did. I'm gonna sit this particular one out.
Okay, very good. We'll close this part of the hearing. Are there any proponents? Anybody like to speak on behalf of the issuing of this change of manager? Don't see or hear anybody, we'll close that section. Is there anybody opposed? Don't see or hear anybody, we'll close that section. Do you need to discuss this, or would you like to make a motion?
I can make a motion to approve.
Very good. I will second that motion. The application for a change of manager, Colwyn Management, Inc., Staybridge, Inc., Holiday Inn Express, Revere, to Desiree A. Luliano from Cynthia Basic is approved. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, we're going to take a couple-minute recess, please. Thank you very much.
Oxycanos. I apologize on behalf of Mr. Hernandez, who is the owner of the facility. He had gone, I think it was a vacation, but he had traveled to El Salvador, and the flight, something happened with his flight. He was supposed to be back yesterday. He won't be back until tomorrow. So in the interest of not holding up the board or anything, I had called ahead and said, I'll just come. And if they choose to reschedule it, I'd be more than happy to do that. Or if they just want to listen to what I have to say, I'd be more than happy to do that as well.
Well, I mean, I'd be interested in listening. Do you want to listen, or do you want to have him, do we need the owner here?
I mean, I think council should be in a position to address some of the concerns that we may have with the application.
I can address what I know.
And so.
I wasn't involved in, I'll be frank with you, he's had a karaoke and DJ license in the past. And there were a complaint that would come in from the landlord,
Exactly.
which I'm getting different stories about what happened. I wasn't part of that or involved in that. So you might want to hear from him.
There was other council involved, and that's exactly where I was gonna go with it, that, you know, we had issues with this particular business when it comes to the entertainment. It's a highly residential area. I would certainly propose that we reschedule this so that the owner can be here, because,
Mike.
I have a lot of questions about the application and the amendment for the karaoke. So that's my position on that.
Okay. I understand that. Do you have a position on this?
I'm gonna agree with Dan.
Very good. Well,
Question?
Counselor, I guess that's.
question?
Yes, sir.
Where you had a question with the application, is it anything you need me to do or correct or anything like that?
No.
Or just the questions that we're referring to right now?
Right, it's more so logistics, operational, because given the history of the issues, and it's not necessarily directly related to how your client has operated the business itself. It's given its location, the music, the crowd that it draws, etc., that I think that we should address with him directly on the record, obviously. And I think we would be best served if he was here.
That's what I felt, but I figured let me come and at least
I
explain
appreciate that, Councilman.
what's going on, so, because he's not here, and he won't be back until tomorrow.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that. And we did, like my fellow commissioner said, there were problems with his operations in the past, particularly were a result of the volume to which he was playing the music, and there were a lot of problems that we need to speak to him about.
Sure.
So we appreciate you coming in, and we will reschedule this.
Do you want the original affidavit of the notices that went out, or was what I submitted sufficient?
What you submitted, it was sufficient.
Okay.
So we'll just put it on the calendar for the next,
I assume that'll be somewhere towards the end of October?
it will be the third Wednesday in October.
October, okay. Because I won't be here the first couple of weeks of November, that's why.
Okay. All right, well, thank you very much, Counselor, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Item number 7, Ocean King, Inc., DBA Ocean King, 320 Revere Beach Boulevard. Jinbo Lin is the manager. This is an application for an all-alcohol restaurant license to be exercised at 320 Revere Beach Boulevard. The requested hours are Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 12 a.m., Friday, Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. The requested seating is 86, and the requested entertainment is widescreen cable TV and radio. Your name and address for the record, please, sir.
Yes, sir. So exciting to be here. Good afternoon. My name is Jinbo Lin. I will manage the Ocean King. Address is 320 Boulevard in the River Beach. We have 25 manager restaurant experience. We are very famous in Boston. I have bring 3 menus to be here. In the 15 years, Boston Magazine give us the best sushi in Boston. Every year, until now. So we are to be here now. We will service for River City. We will to be our best. We will hire local people to service for everyone. We will to be in a nice neighborhood. We will service the River City. Now we are application for the liquor license, but we are always focused on the nice food, nice quality, nice price for everyone.
Well, it's very encouraging.
What is your address now?
Oh, our address is 320 River Beach Boulevard.
Your personal address?
Oh, personal.
Yeah, we live in Malden.
Oh, yeah, I'm in the live in the modern, my house.
May I see one of your menus?
Yes, sir. Now we are having the 5 restaurant in Boston, Boston.
Do you have any connection to the prior business that was there, or no connection? There's no connection.
No connection.
Yeah.
The other restaurants are in Wakefield and Reading, and 3 in Boston.
And do they all have alcohol licenses as well?
No, but he's been in business for over 20 years.
And does he have any experience dealing with alcohol licenses and
Service.
service?
Well, yeah, in the past, he's worked at places that had alcohol licenses, but his locations have never had an alcohol license.
Yeah, it's we are first one.
What about have you taken any certifications, training for alcohol
Yes,
service?
we were training everyone, every employees to be our best.
Right, but my question is, who will have the training to understand how to administer and service alcohol? Because there's a certain type of training that you need to have and an understanding of the laws when it comes to alcohol service.
I've been consulting him. My name is Phil Celeste, and with the Realty Management Group. I've managed bars before. I've worked as a bartender, went to Boston University, so I've been in the business. I'm on the board of directors of the Dante Alighieri Society in Cambridge, and we maintain a bar there under the Massachusetts licenses. So we do understand the responsibilities of having a bar. But it should be said that, as Jimbo had said, the restaurant is the priority. So the bar is secondary. The bar is, we were originally going for a beer and wine, a malt liquor. But they're gonna be serving kind of sake because they have sushi, and they're gonna be serving maybe exotic mixed drinks like Mai Tais and mojitos. So the full license is not gonna be it's not gonna be a bar room. It's just basically to expand their possibilities. But we do understand, I mean, he fully understands the responsibilities of having a bar and checking IDs and making sure no one's under 21 years old.
Well, I'm not really getting that from your client, but I mean, I think that, when are you slated, when are you, ready, like, when will you be opening the business?
We've been Boston in 2007.
No,
but
this
when are you
location.
gonna be, they're currently gonna be they're gonna be start construction or renovation at that location. As you know, the Boulevard is basically a couple of years old. So they should probably be done in maybe a couple months.
Okay, so here's my concern with just giving out an alcohol license right now, because Jimbo, Mr. Lin obviously has a wealth of restaurant experience. They have multiple locations. We can't deny that, but I think that it's important that at least, you know, if he's going to be the on-site and on-premises manager, that he should have at least be tip certified or take some type of training so that he can confidently represent to this commission, that he understands the laws and, you know, the requirements and the obligations associated with maintaining a liquor license, on-premises liquor license, and more importantly, the laws associated with the service of alcohol. And obviously, he can certainly recommend and require that his bartenders have that same certifications, but for us to confidently, and I'm only speaking for myself, but I'm sure my fellow commissioners share the same reservations, for us to be able to confidently issue it, you know, the person seeking the license should have that basic knowledge, and I'm not really getting that right now. The good thing here is, right, that if he's slated to open in a couple of months, he still has that time to get there and still getting back in front of us within a certain period of time to allow us to reconsider this application. Again, I'm not speaking for everyone else, I'm just speaking from my own review of the application and the representations here today.
Well, I think that's a very reasonable request, and I don't think that's not a problem. I think he could take whatever course he would need to
Tip
take.
certification.
Tip certification to be able to run a bar. That's very reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, that would be what, I think what we'd be looking for. How would you feel about granting it contingent upon that?
I would actually propose that we simply, put it back on for a meeting at the end of October to allow you time for the next hearings to just come back with that certification. Because, again, if you're not gonna open until, let's say, November, you still have the time. We still can approve it within enough time. And then if you come back with that training done, I'm sure the commission would have no problem approving the application at that point.
If I may ask, would that be the same for a malt license, or would you have the same concerns?
I would have the same concerns. It's still administration of, and I think the location needs it. I mean, just speaking from the businesses that were there, the business that was there before, that I think directly led to the business, it was an Asian restaurant that failed in that location. And, I think the service of alcohol and having that for a beach type restaurant is important. It draws people. But it's even more important, at least from the perspective of the license commission, that the person that's holding the license understands the responsibility, because there's so much liability associated with it that I'm just not getting that from his experience and what he represented to me today. Yeah, so I would ask that it's just simply tabled for now, and that he comes back with the requisite certifications that shows that he has the basic understanding of the service of alcohol.
No, would that preclude him from moving on with the rest of his,
I don't think so.
his license and everything else?
I don't think so.
No, everything else is,
Yeah, I don't
everything
see
else is fine. So, I mean,
Other than the alcohol application, what else is in front of it? I don't see common vic.
yeah, I mean, the common victualer's license,
It's not part of it.
It's all wrapped up as one license and the restaurant license. They all are grouped together.
I see.
okay.
So, would us holding off until the next meeting prohibit him from moving forward with the construction and renovations? 'Cause that's just, not at all. That's what I thought. So he still can proceed, but he can't be stocking his bar just yet.
Okay. I don't think he was ready to do that yet.
Right, I don't think so either. He
Yeah,
seems
no,
like he's-
it's a reasonable concern.
yeah.
All right, very good. So you want to put that in the form of a motion?
I would move to simply continue this hearing to our next scheduled meeting and ask that Mr. Lin take the requisite, certification that may be required, that's associated with the administration of alcohol, and acquire the basic knowledge associated with the service of alcohol.
So we'd be on the schedule for October?
October.
Yes, the next meeting is October 15th.
It would take him like
15.
less than a week to get that done.
That's reasonable.
Tip certification.
Understand.
So just come in with the certification and, we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right.
Very good. So I will second that motion. And this application is continued till next month.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Absolutely.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you for everyone.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I'm excited
Okay.
to try the sushi.
We'll see you next time.
Next
Yeah.
time.
We don't mind. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That concludes the applications for consideration. The next item on the agenda are communications. Number one is a quota report from the Massachusetts Alcoholic Beverage Control Commission. Item number two is an annual retail license renewal from the Alcoholic Beverage Control Commission. Item number three is notification from the Alcoholic Beverage Control Commission of approval of the application for Patel Dairy Mart Liquors, DBA Dairy Mart. Item number four is notification from the Alcoholic Beverage Control Commission of approval of the application of Lynn and Ben Inc., DBA Jade Asian Restaurant. And that concludes today's agenda. I would make a motion that we adjourn until October 15th. Does anybody want to second that motion?
Second.
This meeting is adjourned.